Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're back on the Drunken Under Quarantine show. And yeah, it's been another crazy week. Turns out it was the Grammys last night. Yeah, none of us do it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are on episode 46 of the Drunken Under Quarantine show. Of course, I'm your host, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. We're on with GW, Collen, and tonight our good friend, Mr. Kevin McTaggart, is back, so that should be fun. And yeah, we got some shit to talk about. We're going to talk about the show Kevin was a part of this past weekend. We're going to talk about Biden's dog biting a security guard, which is sad because he was a media sweetheart. We're going to talk about CDC updating their zombie guidelines. We're going to talk about Operation Super Gay coming after Super Straight. And finally, we're going to talk about how we feel about the future of, well, the future. So without further ado, welcoming to our spotlight stage, my good friend, Mr. GW Foley.
Yeah, getting that rum and coke action. Oh, check it out. Monday. Fuck daylight savings. Say it again. Fuck daylight savings. Right now it's 6:02, and it feels like it's 5:02. Like pick one. Like, is there really any reason nowadays in the modern world, with all the technology that we have, that we're actually saving any daylight? I mean, let's get real here. I saw how it all started. It started because of World War I, which is a war that we shouldn't have gotten into in the first place. Let's kill the habits of world, including selling poppies. Yeah, how about we get rid of the poppies as well? You know, take everything from World War I. I probably shouldn't do this hand gesture too much. Taken out of context. Sorry to my Jewish friends. I wasn't trying to be insensitive. I just talk with my hands. So yeah, let's get rid of the poppies. Let's get rid of daylight savings, and let me actually not sleep in till 9 o'clock on a fucking Sunday, because I got shit to do. And if you're fucking with my time clock, you're fucking with me. And earlier today, I had a meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning, which, first off, who schedules a meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning? I want to punch that person in the dick. Square right in the entire target. The ball too. Like just one hard punch into the genital area. Like, what kind of dick does that? Like, I don't care if you have to be there. I don't have to be there that early. Like go get yourself a cup of coffee, maybe have a crawler. I don't know, something like that. Like make mine at 10 o'clock. Like, that seems like a reasonable time for a meeting. But no, so had to get up at 7. So that means my alarm clock went off at 6, which was really 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, so I could be somewhere at 6, which is totally ridiculous. Like I would never do that to my worst enemy. Well, maybe my worst enemy, and not show up to the meeting. You're like, fuck you. Take that. You're gone now. I froze my balls off today. I hate March. I hate a lot of things, but March in particular. This whole having it look nice and warm out, and I remember just a couple days ago it was in the low 60s. And I'm so I look outside going, oh, all I need is a sweatshirt. And just to go outside and having it be 10 degrees with a -5 wind chill factor, that's mean. That's heartless. The snow is gone. It should be warm. That's always my context. No snow, should be warm. I don't care if it's in November or December, preferably in December. No snow, it should be 60 degrees. like that's like this past Christmas when it was 65 and on Christmas Day and warm and foggy. That's the perfect Christmas. Like not this like 18 feet of snow bullshit. And the worst part about all of this being March and being cold is I know it's gonna snow again. It's gonna snow again. It's just a matter of time. And I'm not looking forward to it. Like I just want a nice, decent ease into April. Like no huge snowstorms, no blizzards, no squalls, none of this. Like I just want the sap to run, and you can't see the sap to run, so you can see the actual hand. So I'm not going like this again. The sap to run. Actually, it runs down, trickling down like raindrops. Trickle, 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 trickle. I forgot where I was going with this whole rant. But I remember back to last year in 2020 when it snowed in May. And I know it's going to happen again. I can just feel it in my bones, in my groin. Verbally in my groin. Because I like to stick my dick in snow. It's one of those things. It's like when you get a blowjob with someone that has ice in their mouth. Same feeling. Like that's the real reason why I don't like snow, because I get erections. Just my measuring stick. Oh, we got like 3 inches, maybe more. I don't know. I can't go past 3 inches. It's a small dick joke for everyone who didn't get it. Let's see. I have a new game that I play in my driveway when I'm out smoking cigarettes. It's called Stomp the Leaf. Where basically I see a leaf blowing in the driveway, and I run up to it and jump on it, like pouncing on the leaf. It's a fun game. It's a game I normally play by myself when no one's around. And the other day I was walking back and I saw it and I ran and jumped on a leaf and I was like, ha ha! And then I looked at the neighbor was out in his yard and saw the entire thing. So he's probably wondering what the fuck this fat guy is doing jumping on the fucking ground like that. Like I know it's not graceful. It's not like I'm a gymnast jumping around. Like that would be like, oh shit, that was really impressive. I can't believe that. No, it's like Chris Farley flopping around. Going, ha ha! Stick in the landing. 10 points. That's kind of been it for my week. Let's turn it over to Collen and see how he's doing.
Hey, GW, doing all right, man? Good to see you guys. Reporting from bright and sunny Brooklyn, New York here. It's just to give you an idea of what type of Vermonter GW is. He's talking about sap trickling down. Sap comes up, you ass. The sap comes up from the ground, up into the fucking tree, and then trickled down like fucking rain. Oh, shit. I joke around because I often say the most Vermont thing that GW does is instead of fishing is when he hooks a finger in Ryan Kenyon's mouth. I gotcha. It's a hobby, really. I joke around. I mean, proud Vermonter. I don't know. Is it, we all, I guess, proud Vermonter. I'm a proud Vermonter Italian American. How do you like that? Yeah, I like that. Is that such a thing? Who's with me here? Vermonter Italian Americans unite. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because I think like as Italian Americans, every Italian American loves The Godfather, right? Like The Godfather is their number one film. You know, people are like that was my childhood. The Godfather. My father was Don Corleone. That's unbelievable. It's like looking at a mirror. I'm Michael. I'm Michael Corleone. My cousin's Fredo. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. It's a story about my life. I've seen The Godfather many times. Godfather 1, Godfather 2 is probably the best. Godfather 3 is weird. It was a little strange when the Garcia guy wanted to fuck his cousin, you know? Maybe that was just me, but that seemed a little odd. You know, he's going in and like, not only like of all the cousins that you're sleeping with the cousin whose father is Michael Corleone. Like, does that make any sense? It's like my father, they also call him the Godfather. And he's like, maybe I should sleep with this cousin. Am I the only one who feels this way? It might make a lot of sense. And they make a whole film about this. And then at a certain point, Michael Corleone finds out that this guy's screwing his daughter, and he says, just when I try to get out, they take and they pull me back in. It's like the most famous Godfather line, and it was from the shittiest Godfather. You know what I mean? How does that work out? You know, best Godfather line is Don Corleone. Make him an offer he can't refuse, right? We all agree on that. But the other day I was shocking, and apparently there's a line in The Godfather that I've never heard of. That was they said we're gonna take him to the mattress. You guys ever heard this?
No.
And then apparently there was another show. They used it in The Sopranos. They say you're gonna take him to the mattress. And then there was another show that was like on the CW. There was some weird thing that they end up talking about it. And I'm going, take him to the mattress. What the hell is this? I've never heard of this in my whole life. Apparently, take him to the mattress means you're going to prepare for war. Okay? It just means prepare for war. Take him to the mattress. And I'm like, that's the most Don Corleone shit I've ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? Like, you say prepare for war, and this is like how he's explaining this to his children. He's like, listen, this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to take him down, have him look at Celia's Posturepedics. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Bring him down there, show him a couple mattresses, all right? Show him a queen, show him a king, show him a California king, you know what I'm saying? Take him to the mattress. Then after that, you're going to go look at dinnerware. It's like, what type of crazy shit were these old guineas saying where people had to understand the encrypted things? I want you to go have them look at some televisions. Right. Understand what I'm saying? Take them down there, show them a black and white, show them a color, and then come back and talk to me. I don't know. Does he want me to kill everyone who's black and colored? I have no idea what the hell he just said to me. He's got to go murder mass amounts of people. You heard him. He said go pick up a couple microwaves. It's a little confusion. But that's really been my week. Didn't see the Grammys last night. We'll get to that later. I'd like to kick it over to the main reason we tune in here every week on the Drunken Under Quarantine show. Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Another great week. For those of you who didn't know, we were live on the birthday stream yesterday. It was a good time. couple people dropped by. I read a bunch of ridiculous Babylon Bee articles. It was kind of fun. I tested some beers. But we're going to attempt to do a card trick. This did not work out last time. As a phenomenal grade A magician like myself, I'm blaming Peter Pardo's Wi-Fi.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's totally what happened. So basically what I'm going to have is I'm going to have two of you select cards. So I think we'll go with Kevin and Collen. And then, let's start there. I'll give her a little shuffle first. And then I'm going to try to cut to the cards. This is going to be should be pretty simple. But basically I'm just going to go through. What's the best way to do this? Kevin, I'm going to riffle through like that. And whenever you want to say stop, I'll stop. You can move up and down cards if you felt like I didn't stop in a good spot. So you ready?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Stop.
Right there? That's good?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And did you want this top card, or do you want the card that's on bottom?
I'll go with the bottom.
Okay, so your card, really kind of important that you remember that. Yeah, it kind of, yeah. It turns out that if you don't remember your card, it loses its magic. Yeah, it's a real depressing in a live setting. Not so bad here. We can just pretend like, we're both drunk. Collen, I'm going to riffle through, and whenever you want to say stop, my friend. You got to do it before we get to the end. Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute.
No. So do you want to try it again? Do you feel like you wanted to stop earlier?
Stop. I'm going, what type of magician is this guy over here? I'm going to stop. He goes the whole way through the deck.
He doesn't. Is that good, or do you want to switch your card?
That's good.
Okay. Oh, just put that back in the middle there, and really, like, your cards could be any of the cards there, right? In theory, I attempted to put them back in the middle, but I'm going to cut here, and we're going to see if this works. First, Kevin, I'm going to try cutting to your card.
Sure. Nope.
Kevin, was this your? Okay. How about the next card? Collen, was that yours?
That's not my card.
Oh, okay. So we got a thing here. This is called the switch places aces, and what have happened is the aces actually like switched the part with your card. So we'll actually make them switch again. Let's try this. So if I stuck that there, right, and I had the ace of hearts in this hand, right, and kind of did like a flick, it would turn into the ace of clubs. And then if I just pulled that, it would be the ace of hearts. Kind of neat. Here, let's try it again. So I got the ace of hearts here. Sorry, I'm still working on the angles. I moved the camera. Ace of clubs over here. And if I just kind of like give it a wave, it turns into 6 of hearts. Was that right? Was that somebody's card?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Nice. That doesn't suck. Okay. So I got one of them. So next, we'll just go with, we'll take the aces back. We're going to stick them into the card case. You give a card case a flick. And gentlemen, were those your cards?
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
I told you the aces switch,
Wow.
man. It's a weird. They don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. It's kind of
amazing.
It's kind of like me running the show.
What a comeback from last week to going from very underwhelming to very impressive.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, guys. So without further ado, right on to the main event of the show, the main attraction. Good friend of ours. He actually performed this past weekend, which we're going to talk about later. And the host of the McTaggart Attack. I can't even talk. My God, the McTaggart Attack Podcast, and our most famous online Twitter friend. Please welcoming to our spotlight stage, Mr. Kevin McTaggart. Oh.
Hi.
Let's see. First of all, I didn't watch last week. How bad did Peter Pardo fuck up?
it was so when I asked him if it was his card, it only took about a minute and a half before he responded. It was
I wanted to watch it, but like he sent me like a text a few days before your show. He's like, I'm doing a Zoom show, and then he's like, how do you Zoom? And I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, just do it through your phone or something. I don't know. I was too afraid to watch last week. Anyway, thank you for that lovely introduction. Anyway, see, this morning sounded like a good idea at the plan that I had, because I had a dentist appointment this morning at like 8:30. So I thought I would clock into work. I work from home. I've been doing that for a year now. Don't do it. Don't do that. But I thought I would clock in earlier. Like my plan was to clock in at like 6:30 instead of 7, and then go to my dentist appointment, and then come back and make up all of my time in one day. And then I went to my dentist appointment. I came back, and then around 3:30, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm working like an extra hour and a half just to make up this fucking time. So let's do it for the rest of the week. So that's how my Monday is starting. So it's great. There is one story that it didn't happen today, but I remember must have been last year. I asked my dentist. We were talking before they were about to drill my mouth, and I asked her. She mentioned her kids. I'm like, "Oh, where do your kids go to school?" And she goes, "Mid-Vermont," and I'm like, "Okay." I'm thinking to myself, and the conversation ended there. I'm like, fine. She only wants to tell me the general geographic location where her kids go to school. She obviously doesn't trust me with that information. Maybe I shouldn't trust her to be my dentist anymore. And I'm thinking about this on the way home, and I drove by Mid-Vermont Christian School. And I don't need a new dentist now. So another thing that's happened, like whenever I'm about to have like a procedure or something, and they're going to use Novocaine, they're like, be careful you don't bite your tongue off. I'm already nervous going into the thing. And I think I'm in a good place when I get there, and then they tell me, be careful not to bite off your tongue. I'm like, how is that helpful to me? How is that fucking helpful to me? Dear God. I was thinking about this. Throughout this pandemic, there have been 3 things they've been telling us to do. Wear a mask, something we're not used to doing. Social distance, something that we weren't used to doing, and wash our hands. We're not used to washing our hands. Obviously, I think if we were all used to washing our hands, there'd be no virus pandemic ever. If we just all washed our fucking hands. And they say wash your hands with soap. I'm like, what are you washing your hands with if you're not using soap? Are you peeing on your hands? Is that what you're doing? There's no jellyfish around. I don't know if that's. I avoid the water. I mean, I don't avoid the water when I wash my hands, though. I'm not. What else was I thinking about? I was thinking about Lindsey Graham, the South Carolina senator douchebag who flip-flops every goddamn chance he gets. But like, I watched him on Axios a few weeks ago. He was talking about Trump. And he was saying how, yes, there's a lot of bad stuff about Trump, but there's a light there that we can use and harness for the goodness of the Republican Party. And I'm just like, he sounds like that girlfriend who has the shitty boyfriend that everyone hates. But she seems confident that she's going to be able to change this guy and redeem him in some way. That's what it is. It finally dawned on me, the whole deal with Lady G and Trump. It's just yeah. That's how the whole fucking thing. That explains everything. to me regarding Lindsey Graham and Trump. Fucking shit. I don't know what the hell else do I have? Nothing. I don't have anything else. I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
Kevin, thank you for being here, sir. Just gotta switch some screens around like that. There we go. I lined it up great.
I'm back in my spot.
Yeah, I get weird when I'm not like in the same spot as the last time. Kev, thank you for being on. Great. I was telling Kev earlier before the show, podcast is great. And this might be weird. You're like my Wednesday morning shower routine. Is that the McTaggart Attack? What's pissing you off Wednesday is the soundtrack to me showering. And I didn't know if you really wanted to know that information, but I figured I was going to tell you anyways.
Well, I think that's a really nice promo. You know?
What was that?
I think that's a really nice promo.
It is. Are you actually pissing in the shower?
Oh, no. No, not usually. Usually
waking up with a shower morning beer.
Yeah. Brush the teeth, do a big yacker of the weight loss powder, and hop in the shower. Enjoy a shower beer or two, depending on how the day is going to go. We're off to the races, boys.
Yeah, this week's What's Pissing You Off Wednesday is the St. Patrick's Day edition, because it's coming out on St. Patrick's Day. There's no theme to it or anything. It's just the date that it's coming out on. And I turned the YouTube thumbnail. I made it green. So that's all I did.
I hope people realize that and give you some themed complaints in there.
Yeah, I don't much care for St. Patrick's Day because it's like amateur hour. But thank God for the pandemic.
It's a good day to get a DUI, as we professionals always say.
Right.
Yeah, the only good thing about St. Paddy's Day, and for those of you out there who don't know, the Dropkick Murphys are doing their live stream show again this year, so that's cool. I don't have to pay to go see them, so that's pretty cool. I'm enjoying the free concerts. I also wanted to say I left a comment on one of Kev's videos that sorry it was so long, but Mexican food is the perfect utilization of a kitchen. And I checked in with other chefs, and they have since agreed.
No, I love Mexican food. I think it's great.
No, it's awesome, and it's like the perfect. As far as being a kitchen employee, it means that you're not like prepping one item for a garnish for a dish that doesn't sell. Everything's cross-utilized, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Moving right into the talk show portion of the question. Talk show portion of the show. We have a question for you, Mr. McTaggart, which was you performed this past Saturday. It was Saturday, right? Saturday at 7 at Vermont Comedy Club. They were doing a digital fundraiser, from what I've gathered. Yeah. And I wanted to ask, how did it go? How was doing a digital show, and how was the formatting and stuff?
It was good. I thought they ran it pretty well. Fortunately, I've done quite a few shows with you guys, so I was used to the whole virtual thing. I was a little nervous because usually when I do Zoom, I've been using my phone, but that one I decided to start using my laptop. And like this one, I'm using my laptop, so obviously it worked. Yep. Because I worry about the hotspot, because I use my phone to do this for the internet. Because if I use the home internet, it would suck. But no, it was good. They ran a good. I think our show went late because they had like 10 comics all doing like at least 5 minutes apiece. So it went over to like past 8 o'clock. It was from like 7 to 8, but. I don't know. It was okay. It was good. I'm sick and tired of virtual stand-up comedy. I fucking hate it.
I agree. As much as I love the show, I can't wait to be back in front of people in a room.
I'm doing a show. I'm in a show on April 6th down near Manchester.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've been vaccinated, so I really don't care about where I go now. So.
And your second shot down? You're
Foley? I did. A month and a half ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. Yep. You're like the only person I know other than my sister and some old people. That's cool. Did any of you guys catch the show?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I only found it because like I saw their Instagram story and they had like a link hidden in their Instagram story to sign up for it. I'm like, well, I'll sign up for it. Surely they won't pick me. And then they did. So I'm like, fuck.
How many people? You said your show was like 10 people. How many? Were there more people in the room than were on the show?
Yeah.
And did they do it through Zoom?
Yeah. Or it was on YouTube, and at one point there was like 70 people watching.
Okay.
My show. So
they Zoom stream to YouTube?
Yeah, that's right.
Got to get them on the StreamYard. We'll move on to the next subject. I don't know, Kevin, you guys saw this story. We're going to talk about Major's minor scuffle. It's a sad day. The media sweetheart himself has fallen. The one person in the White House that everybody wants to talk about. Biden family dog sent back to Delaware after Major bites White House guard, reports. The first dogs are in the doghouse for now, which is the first sign that these people should not do comedy. They should write fucking news. The pet pooches of President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden were sent back to their home in Delaware after one of them bit a White House guard, according to reports. White House spokeswoman Jen Psaki insists that Major and Champ were only shipped off to the first family's hometown because the First Lady was traveling there for 3 days. Yeah, that sounds likely. I would say if there was ever a reason to send a dog back to your real house from the White House, that would be one. G-Dubs, what do you think? I'm sure you got opinions.
I as the show dog lover, like not like lover, but I care about dogs. I want to say that maybe they should have shipped the security guard off instead of the dog. Because what was that asshole doing to make the dog bite him?
Yeah, right.
Like, dogs just don't go like, oh hey, you smell like chicken. Like you have to be doing something.
Yeah.
Very,
I understand.
Very good point, GW. You know, this the way I feel about this is, look, the dog's name's Major. Okay. Major ain't doing his job unless he's taking the White House guard and just randomly biting him, right? That's what Major does. That's why he's Major. White House guard, wake up, snap to it, huh? I just want to see Major bite the White House guard right in the ass. You know what I mean? Good old, just get some good flesh right there, right in the ass. Just a good little wake up. And I'm Major. How you doing? And you know, and that's really why we love Major.
Now I have a question. I thought like if a dog bites a human, they're supposed to put him down.
Not Major.
The human? I don't know if we're allowed to talk about the White House stuff like that, GW.
Yeah.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
3, right? It's 3 strikes and you're done. I
So,
think it's the third time a dog bites someone, it's subject to euthanization.
2 more chances. Let's give him back.
Yeah.
And the guard was the guard probably got bit because he didn't salute Major.
Exactly.
He outranks him.
Exactly. You stand up straight and you salute the Major, or he's going to bite you on his hand, arms, or ass. That's what Major does. He's very good at it.
I would say Major goes straight to the dick hole.
Next time, Major, he might. He might.
I was hoping maybe he pissed on the guard after to establish his dominance over the White House. Because the way I've seen him presented, he seems like he might be in charge. Kevin, you got thoughts on Major?
He's a rescue dog, right?
Oh, that I don't know.
One of them.
Well, what's your point, Kevin?
Maybe they're just not well adjusted to people. You know, I mean, that's what I thought it was. You know, people are stupid. I would bite people if I was a dog. Honestly,
absolutely.
I tend to once in a while bite people as a human.
Yeah, I would love. Yeah, that'd be great.
Looking further in the article, you're right. Saki wouldn't comment on reports that the 2 dogs were sent back to Wilmington, Delaware, after Major was found guilty of, quote, aggressive behavior and, quote, a biting incident. The 3-year-old German Shepherd male I can't read. The 3-year-old German Shepherd made history as the first rescue dog to ever live in the White House. Major is the same dog who sprained Biden's foot during a bout of horseplay during the presidential transition, which I remember that article too, because that was when the Major rose to prominence in the media. I don't know if you guys remember the great Major uprising of early January, mid-January.
So this dog's just a dick.
Yeah, apparently nobody loved him, so the Bidens adopted him. The article doesn't say that, but it should. The Bidens adopted Major from a shelter in 2018. They already had Champ, who's a 13-year-old German Shepherd. The dog's moved to the White House the weekend after the inauguration. Since then, they've been given the run of the place and even known to bound in the Oval Office. Yeah, so they're pretty much free roam on the White House, which is great because it's nice to have some dogs up there. Absolutely. Jason comes in or humped his leg, and my first thought was, I got hairy legs. I don't know if you guys have heard that remix. We can't play it on the show because of the copyright strike, but just go search. Oh God, it's not Auto Tune the News. It's something like that though. And they did Hairy Legs remix with Biden. They also did a great Trump one about running down the stairs. It's totally worth a watch. I wish we could play it, but that would get struck. In the comments earlier, I wanted to bring this up real quick. Peter Pardo said he was pulling for me. He sent some laughing things, and he said he loves you, Kev.
I don't. Nope.
No. Thaddeus asked Collen earlier if he was awake during the performance. No, he's just a little tired. Thaddeus says Major and Champ sounds like Major Chomp.
That's the third dog.
And then Peter Pardo asked for the panel, how often does Biden sniff the dog?
Every day.
Like the type of guy that would let the dog sleep in the bed with him and just cuddle. I can't talk because when I had my Basset Hound, we used to cuddle nap all the time.
Oh, sounds so lovely.
Oh, it was.
You remember that shampoo that used to be the herbal essence?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it would always be, you're talking the commercials where it'd always be the sexy lady showering and the big buff dudes would be there.
Yeah. Biden's using herbal essence on Major. Like, that coat smells fantastic. Wow.
Ooh.
Smells like 1990s hair.
I guess which raises all sorts of questions. Do you guys think the presidential animals get special baths and stuff like that so they don't have any sort of odor walking around the White House? And what about all the hypoallergenic staff? Like, that was also my question is like, I know I couldn't take my dog into my place of work, given I'm not the president. So I guess really the man can do whatever the hell he pleases. But it would rise an issue in the company I work at in Muggle Life if our CEO just decided his dog was going to live at our store. But I don't know. You guys think he gets special treatment? They give him little dog pedicures and like paint their nails and stuff?
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
And if so, why aren't they live streaming this? You want to reach a whole generation of younger people, Oval Office. You should start live streaming the dog pedicures.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a business yesterday that had like a pit bull, like mixed dog that was in the store, and the couple who owned the place were like Eastern European, and then they talk about the dog and like, oh well, we forgot his food. We haven't been feeding him too much. And I'm like, very good. Very nice logic here on this. We'll bring the dog and starve him, have him in the store here and see what happens.
Dwayne commented in and said, please don't tell me I'm the only viewer. No, Dwayne, you are not. Just our views get spread amongst multiple streams. So often it looks like there's only 2 or 3 people on your stream, but there's usually 12 to 15 watching.
Which corner, Dwayne?
It's good to have you on the
Yeah, Dwayne, what corner are you talking about? We want to know. I love the homies in every corner, but then again, I also invite them onto my show, so they generally have to like them to get the invite. We'll move into this next subject, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to get off about Major or Champ.
I do not want to get off Major or Champ.
Well,
I am not playing Red Rocket.
yeah, that's why I guess pronunciation or yeah. Anyways, we'll move on. The CDC updated their guidelines for the zombie outbreak. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the CDC has an entire page dedicated to zombie preparedness. Do you guys know about this?
No.
No? Kev, did you?
No, I thought you meant the coronavirus pandemic.
Oh, no. This was not. No, we haven't started calling it the zombie virus yet, but
we will.
We call it the coof around my house. I don't know where I picked that up. It was probably some YouTube channel early on that would get struck down for actually saying COVID. So they made up words for it. And yeah, we just got stuck on the coof. And I like that one. I don't know what it comes from. Hope it's not derogatory. Whatever. I don't really care. But the CDC, yeah, they have an entire page dedicated to a zombie outbreak preparedness. And let me screen share real quick. I brought up two things. First off, the Snopes article, which is hysterical. Not that I think Snopes is a good source, but some of my friends do. They said, did the CDC release a zombie preparedness guide? The Center for Disease Control and Prevention appears to be ready for anything. And then, yeah, it's a mixture. They claim that CDC does have a zombie preparedness section on the website where audiences can engage with real emergency preparedness education in the context of an entertaining and tongue-in-cheek theme. The CDC is not encouraging anyone to prepare for a real zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Yeah, to which I disagree. I would say that part of being prepared is being prepared for anything. And if you're going to be prepared for anything, and to be honest,
zombies are number one on that preparedness list. Let's face it, folks. We got to face it. We live in a world with zombies, okay? And we got to take care of these little pricks before they take care of us. And as far as prepared goes, there is no such thing as being over-prepared. There's simply prepared or under-prepared. There's no such thing as over-prepared. So, I say it's a bad day to be a zombie, and it's a good day to be prepared to take them down.
I would agree. Nobody in the world's ever been like, oh man, I'm really bummed I bought all that ammo and then the price went through the roof. It's not like, maybe I could sell some of it at a profit. G-Dubs, what do you think? You think people should be prepared for zombies, or do you think this is just like a fun tongue-in-cheek way to actually make kids give a shit about hurricanes and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I think that if you prepare for zombies, you prepare for life.
I agree. It probably prepares you for anything that could hit you in real life.
Yeah. But think about it. Like, you were talking about hurricanes earlier. To prepare for zombies, you need to board up your windows. So, same thing with hurricanes. If you think about, like, you don't want to spread the disease, so you shoot people that have the disease, just like zombies.
Coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's called the Cuomo method.
Like, take that down, pow!
Took care of that little pesky corona problem.
Burn the bodies.
Burn them. Yes.
Yeah. Dump them in the woods.
Yeah, water is just as important.
ABC.
Kevin, what do you think? You think we should be? Think people should be prepared for everything, or you think it's silly?
No, I think it's good. I think I need to start binge watching The Walking Dead. I've never really watched that show before, so I guess.
Well, the final season will be going this year, so if you're going to start watching it now, you're probably right in time to just catch that final season and ride it out.
Yep.
I will say there's a lot of walking in a certain couple seasons, so you might want to watch them at 1 1/4 speed. But which raises my next question. If The Walking Dead taught us anything, it's not the zombies that are dangerous, guys. It's the people.
Yeah.
And I think zombie preparedness is a good way to get used to those situations and deal with it. We'll read a couple comments. Dwayne commented in back end, said, funny, bottom right, he's funny as fuck.
Oh, so, that's you, Kevin.
That's you, Kev.
Hey, thanks, Dwayne. I really appreciate that coming here from the bottom left-hand corner.
As the top right, I can agree with that sentiment.
Top right and top left.
Dwayne.
Also, really appreciate the compliment.
The funniness is if our screen was like the political compass chart, it'd be so messed up right now. I'd be authoritarian left up here, and Kevin would be far right libertarian. Not that would work in general. He also said, "What's cooler, zombies or mummies?"
It's the same fucking thing, Dwayne.
Do mummies eat brains though? Like, is
I think
that
to filter your viewers a lot better. Just saying.
He said, "Did you notice during the C-19 two shows that pulled off the air was The Walking Dead and Cops?" I did notice that Cops and what's the other one? Real Live PD went away, but I don't think that was COVID related. That was political sentiment related. Though the one that got canceled was God, what was that show about the virus? That have you guys seen that? I
Is it
can't
the
remember.
one with the ship?
No, it's the one with the there was a vaccine, but it made everybody sterile, and they pulled the show because it was like making people real paranoid about it.
I think a lot of people should be sterile, honestly.
I gotta look for it real quick. I don't remember. I remember
Wayne.
Vaccination. No. Anyways, The Children of God. No, Thad. I don't think it was that. It was a. Oh, Nick writes in and says Jericho. That might have been right too. I don't know. Maybe there was a couple shows about that got pulled at the time. But I will pull up the CDC actual website so you guys can see that. They have a cute little tongue-in-cheek thing for the for zombie preparedness right here. They've even got and this is why the news became news again, because every time this thing comes out, the news stations put out an article because it's free. It's easy money to get people to click on it. That they released a zombie graphic novel, and that there's a they've got a blog on their website. There's a zombie preparedness for educators. There's a poster you can download. You can download the novel, and then there's a zombie social media page with badges and widgets for Facebook and something else. But yeah, just to show that that's real, CDC definitely has a zombie site up, which I think is good. I think preparedness is good, and I think the mainstream media spent a good amount of time trying to make all those people seem crazy with shows like Doomsday Preppers. You guys ever watch that shit?
Yeah.
What killed me was the guys that were always like, "We got enough food, water, and ammo to last us 365 years with 100 people capacity. And our location is 47 notch west and 43 east. We're in the greater Upper Valley area." And they would like basically say, "Hey guys, we got a bunch of shit here." Yeah. Or the pacifist preppers were the ones that killed me too. Like the guys who would stockpile a bunch of stuff just to be like, "Yeah, we don't have any weapons. We're not gonna have to we're not gonna have to defend this." Like, no, you're not gonna have to defend all your food in the epidemic.
In the case of there being a complete and utter food scarcity situation. No, of course not.
Jason comments, "Did anyone see the South Park vaccination episode last Wednesday? Did you guys watch the episode?"
I did.
Colin, did you see it?
I have not yet had a chance to see it.
Yes, Jason, I did see it, and since Colin has it, we'll try not to do any spoilers. I almost cried like twice.
Me too, man.
Yeah, it was. I will say the pandemic special, I laughed my ass off the entire time through. But the vaccination special, I laughed a lot, but I had a couple moments where I was like, I got choked up and teary-eyed, and then I had to go search online to make sure things weren't going south. That's all I'll say on that. What do you think, G-Dubs?
Yeah, I thought it was sad as well. I wasn't expecting to get hit in the feels as much as I did.
No, I was expecting a more laughy fun time, but oh well. And then Dwayne Rhodes said the CDC is the poor man's Mick MacGyver. Or McGyver. I love that show. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, Kevin has left us for a moment. We'll move right on to the next subject, and he'll be confused when he gets back. This is going to be awesome. So we're going to move on to Operation Super Straight had made waves. How about Operation Super Gay? So we talked about this briefly last episode. I'll bring up the article real quick with a fact check from Snopes. And yet again, I'm not a big fan of Snopes, but I think it's funny when they fact check stuff because that's all they do. But sometimes their fact checks are really, really bad. And this fact check is, did the super straight trend originate with Nazis on 4chan? To which I would say, well, according to the mainstream media Snopes, yes, because Nazis are the only people who use 4chan. So maybe you should have just wrote that on the article. But no, they say unproven. They don't know. But they do go on to lay out that in March 2021, super straight trends spread across forums like TikTok, Twitter, and even 4chan. Which, I don't know, G-dubs, I would disagree that this might have started on 4chan.
Yeah, I can definitely see it happening on 4chan. TikTok is just people fucking like lip syncing shit. So they just took audio from someone on 4chan going, "I'm super straight."
Well, no, I think the actually, hold on. At the bottom of this article, this video is a TikTok video that I'm not going to play, but I'm pretty sure this is the kid who first his name's Kyle Royce. He is the first person that actually used the term on social media. So they're pointing it back to him and saying it's TikTok. But I think right at that time it was running on 4chan. And now the newest theory is that from David Paisley here said, for all the gender critical accounts who shared hashtag super straight and got it trending, this took 5 minutes on Google. It's a far-right troll campaign from 4chans to get you to associate with Nazism. And yeah, I probably shouldn't click on that, actually. There's a few things in there that I shouldn't show on the show. But they also, comparing these to the SS flag and such, and people got really riled up about this. I personally, I don't know. It was another troll from 4chan. I don't understand why people still get upset by these. They're gonna happen, and it's funny to me that everybody on 4chan gets called a Nazi because a couple of them. In defense of 4chan, the only reason the Nazis exist there is because everybody else has banned them. It's like the last space that they can actually speak, right? So, in 4chan's defense, it's not their fault that they're pro-speech, and everybody has driven the alt-right there. You guys got thoughts on this? We talked about it briefly last week, but
I saw the guy who did the whole thing on being super straight, and let me tell you something. He ain't super straight, all right?
No, he's as super straight as I am. I mean, way straight.
Okay, so when I just love this guy coming out, and he needs to try to affirm how super straight he is. Listen, anybody gonna try to tell you how super straight he is? You ain't super straight. How many trans people has this person slept with, and now he's coming on all super straight? Give me a fucking break. This is a story as old as time. All right.
All I'm saying is, I would take a blowjob from Blair White any day.
Amen to that, brother. I will. I'd probably give it 5 stars. She is gorgeous.
Good for her.
Yeah, I'm for it. Kevin, what do you think? You think this is stupid? You think it's silly? You think it's funny? Do you even have an opinion, or is it just dumb?
I saw something about the super straight stuff on TikTok, actually. People bashing it and stuff. You'd be surprised how political people are on that app.
Oh, it blows my mind every time the beautiful assistant's scrolling through stuff on TikTok, because it'll be just memes and memes and memes, and all of a sudden it'll be somebody far right or far left just spouting off political shit. How did that get mixed into her feed? I'm so confused.
I had a video get 5,500 views on TikTok, I was bashing Trump, and I had like 300 comments, and they were mostly all people yelling at me.
I think that's because people
crazy.
like to pay negative attention now, right?
Right.
Like it's like
Right.
negative attention. I actually just saw a video the other day talking about these two different about TikTok, and there's a video of like a very pretty girl, skinny girl showing off her body, and like all the comments are super negative. And then you go over to like the girl who's like 300 pounds in a bikini, and all the comments are like, "Oh my God, I'm so honored to be breathing your air, queen." But there's like this weird dichotomy on TikTok of negativity. I guess every social media for that matter, because to be honest, all I do is shit post if I'm not promoting the show. So I guess I'm not one to talk. And then to be clear, super straight is men or women who only are attracted to their biological opposite sex, to be perfectly clear. But GW found something neat online. Where were you sleuthing around for this, my friend?
I think I just found it on Facebook, actually.
Which is surprising.
Yeah.
Crap, let me pull it back up. There we go. That one. So this looks like a 4chan post, but this could be doctored. I have no idea how real this is. This was from March 6th, so about a week and a half ago, after the super straight thing got traction, and they say Operation Super Gay. After the success of super straight movement, it's time to promote its sister sexuality, super gay. Men who are only sexually attracted to non-trans men. If successful, it would be absolutely destroy the left as they eat each other over how it's transphobic, while all the gay men argue over how trans men are real men. I don't know. I honestly think that could be where this thing is going, and we could be breaking the news on the show right now.
Well, they already have the super lesbian movement.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Well, yeah, it's called TERFs. Like trans exclusionary radical feminism.
Yep, I have heard that.
Not that I'm saying that all feminists are lesbians, but there's a whole section of lesbian women out there that are saying that trans women are erasing them and they're not real women.
I have heard about that because J.K. Rowling gets called that regularly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, TERF, TRF.
TERF.
Yeah. Jason commented in and said, "Is that a Mr. Potato Head in the background?" Yes, Jason. For those who didn't know, I had a long, hard chat with him a couple weeks ago, and he said he still identifies as Mr. As you can see by his beautiful appendage. I think we're going to start producing those and selling them on the website. If you want one for your potato head, maybe we get one with some teddies too. I don't know. What I really want is a beer for his hand, because he looks like he should be holding a beer. I don't know.
Just have him holding his cock.
I think the important question is Thad's question.
What Thad asks, what's this guy doing? That one?
Yes,
That's right.
Eating chicken.
Eating chicken
Hell yeah.
and having dinner. Go fuck yourself.
I know, I love it. It's 6:59. The show ends in a minute, and Kevin's sitting here eating chicken dinner.
Fuck yeah.
Well, he's doing so good at it. Like he's positioned right by under the overlay, so you can't see the graphic.
I can leave if you want.
No. This is great.
No, please enjoy your dinner, Kevin. Don't let us disturb you. All right?
I'm actually surprised more people haven't done this.
I'm jealous, actually.
That also comments in, and Saturday morning used to have the super friends trend. Friend who are only friends with friends. So no one told me life would be this way. I was like, yeah, they were kind of predicting that eventually we would be at a point where I don't even know if I'm allowed to say the word super white together. Like that might be crossing the line, but I never
going to get us banned.
That might be the phrase that does it. I'm not saying that I am, or that's how I identify. Because the funny part is, for those of you who don't know, us normal white people don't identify as anything. We just don't care. At least that's how I find it with me. Collen, on the other hand, is a Central Vermont Italian American. And I've never asked GW. I've never asked you how you identify.
It depends on the day. Like,
that's fair.
I typically identify as Irish Italian, and if I'm feeling saucy, I throw in the Puerto Rican because my mom's Italian, Puerto Rican, my dad's Irish.
Yeah, I'm just a mutt. I don't really care. Yeah. I guess as a Vermonter, because my family's been here for enough generations to tell other families, fuck new, you came here with De Champlain, you're French. So I guess, I don't know, but I don't really care. I don't have any loyalty to the state. I'd be willing to move if something better came along. Kevin, do you identify with a nationality or a creed?
I think we have too many damn labels, to be quite honest with you. I
think that's the point I'm trying to get at here.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Who fucking cares? And why did we? How did we get to a point where like it became the thing to be loud and proud about every little thing in your life and not just like be like, yeah, I'm a guy.
All labels do is help divide people. Like I have my name. That's it. Whatever.
That's right. And
coming from the non-Italian, I disagree.
Now that we've been all super depressed, let's get a little more depressing. I want to ask, are we getting optimistic for the new normal? Or are you guys thinking we're getting hopeful over nothing at this point? Kevin, you said you had your second vax, so which is great. Biden pretty sure said by the early May we should have most people should have access to the vaccine by early May, and that we might be able to get things going by July 4th was like a big maybe. If everybody's good and you clean your rooms, you'll get to hang out. And the CDC just, the other note was the CDC just, if you are vaccinated, you can gather with other vaccinated people in a closed space without masks. That was the other update. So that is progress. But what do you guys think? You think this is we're getting hopeful or nothing, or you think it's going to be another 2020?
I'm still going with it's going to be another 2020. I get my first vaccination March 21st. And I'm with everything them saying that, oh, you still need to wear masks and stuff like that. I just don't want the tan lines on my face anymore.
Such a good point. You know, you already have the tan lines here. You got the tan lines here. It's just during the summer. It's how do we win here? I think that the way this is going is like Biden said by July we may be able to gather with our family, possibly. What in the fuck are you talking about? We did that last year when it was the middle of the fucking thing. Now this thing's ending. We're getting vaccinated. It's already going down. People have been exposed. And they're saying maybe by July you may be able. Listen to me, Biden. Maybe by July I may be having a crazy time of my life, partying like a maniac, because that's what's the reality of what's going to happen. And in like 2 months, they're going to be like, oh, we really screwed up and the numbers have crashed and there's available vaccination. And now people are just going back to normal. I think the normal is going to be different because I think a lot of people moved, and I think that business is going to be inevitably down. And I don't think like all of a sudden you're going to see bars like thriving or clubs thriving. But I think that people are going to, start enjoying themselves more than they did last year.
Yeah.
This could be a concern. Thaddeus commented in and said, no, spring break just fucked it all up.
I hope they had fun, Thaddeus,
I mean, did spring break happen? Was that a thing this year? I don't remember.
It's happening right now.
Okay. Oh, just because I don't have the constant bombardment of media coverage about it this year. I remember last year it was like, look at these 10,000 kids who were trying to kill their moms on the beach. And that was like all we had. For like,
there's a party in South Padre.
Which was like all they talked about for like a solid 3 weeks on the news was like, look at all these irresponsible college kids. And it's like,
Ooh,
dude,
wow.
college kids are always irresponsible. What the fuck are you talking about?
Never seen that before.
Like now you're making me question why we allowed them to vote. Maybe we should raise the voting age if all college kids are that stupid. But that wouldn't go over well. Thad commented and said, watch out, Colin. Major will bite you for talk like that.
I would be honored to be bitten by Major.
Yeah, do you think the security guard's getting a special badge or something? Like
They're getting soft now. You can't take a dog bite from a German Shepherd. What's wrong with you?
It's like most of those guys have to be trained to jump in front of the president and take a bullet if they have to.
Yeah,
meanwhile, this guy
take a dog
complaining about a dog nip. That pretty much brings us to the end. Do you guys have anything else? Anything you got to comment in on?
Nope.
I wish Kevin shared his chicken.
Me too. Speaking of which, I should eat more of it. So
yeah, you should put some in an envelope and mail it to GW, and he can have it next week.
And if you're wondering, stay tuned for the McTaggart Attack food review, where he'll be telling you how his chicken and rice was this evening, served with a little lemon and capers and just a tin of thyme. Stay tuned.
Although I will give you a word of caution with eating chicken and rice. Be careful. That's what got Chris Hemsworth jacked for Thor. From what I've read, it's a special combination of chicken, broccoli, and rice. So just be careful.
With a little steroids.
HGH.
I think, yeah, that's
chicken HDH, a little appetizer, if you will.
Can we just Kevin eat chicken? Thad, I don't know what you meant by that sentence. Nick Waters comments in, says, good show as always. Thank you for hanging out with us, Nick. We appreciate the viewership. And Jason says, a purple bite. Lol. Thank you guys for hanging out. Please follow Kevin. We can follow him at the McTaggart Attack on the podcast, at McTaggart Attack on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Oh yeah, you are the Twitter guy. So like him there, because Colin, do you have a Twitter?
I do not.
Okay, none of us have a Twitter, but you can also follow at Foley Kills on Parler, Facebook and Instagram. And
is that still a thing?
Yeah, Parler's back. We're back.
Okay,
it's not
so happy.
It's not as good. It's a little more banny, but they have a really cool feature where you can just type in words that you don't like, and they'll just moderate that shit out for you. Nice. Which is actually probably the way that social media should be. And then not everybody would have their fifis all hurt all the time and be mad at people for posting valid opinions. You can follow Colin at Collen D, and also at Wool and Mill Comedy Club on Facebook, Instagram. And if you go to his YouTube channel, you can watch awesome commercials and videos and stuff that Colin has been in, which is great. And did I miss anything, guys, or did I do a fairly good wrap up? Okay. If it's good enough for Kevin and GW, it's good enough for me. I, of course, am at HickoryTDAU, Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming on YouTube, but at HickoryTDAU on Facebook. Oh, Jason caught it. Yes, where's Bernie right at the last minute? Yeah, I forgot to put Bernie on this overlay. I'm sorry. He was in the early show with all the single overlays, but I'll add him back for next week, Jason. He can ride out the end of season 1. Bernie will go away once we get to season 2, or he'll just make a cameo once in a while when it's fun. But thank you for noticing. I love that you paid attention. But yeah, HickoryTDAU on Parler, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and yeah, we will see you guys next week. We'll be back with Matt Vita. As always, that should be a fun show. Who knows where he'll be? Who knows where Colin will be? Maybe they'll be reporting live from the streets of New York or the streets of Bridgewater, or Matt Vita will call in from the top of Killington. We have no idea, and that's why we'll be here. But for all those out there, Thank you for joining us. Please remember to stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Most importantly, in these trying times, stay sane. Stop hating your fucking neighbor. We love you guys.